Welcome to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Welcome in. It's Wednesday morning, November 5th, 7 a.m., sunny Colorado time. Now 7:01. We hopped on just a little bit late this morning, guys. Welcome. We have a great episode for you this morning here. Let's get cranking. We are going to cover XRP's ETF Canary Capital being updated here. Their S1 filing, Canary Capital filed an updated registration statement, their Form S1, for a spot XRP ETF. In that updated S1, they removed what's called a delaying amendment. That clause typically allows the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to hold off the registration, becoming effective at its discretion, the SEC's discretion. We don't like that. Its removal triggers the automatic effectiveness, now makes it fall under the generic listing. We'll get into it. Effectiveness 20-day clock under Section 8A of the SEC Securities Act of 1933. Now, because of that 20-day automatic period and the filing date, analysts are pointing to a November 13th, 2025 launch for this spot XRP ETF Canary Capital XRP ETF as a key target date. Now for launching. Now, assuming the listing exchange approves Form 8A, because this is what's required under this generic listing that's come about as of recently. So it's a much easier, smoother process. You file your S1. If your 8A is in order, then in short order, you are approved. You don't have to wait for these longer periods like we did in the past. The listing exchange step, Canary still needs approval from NASDAQ stock market, of course, or whichever exchange. Okay, we think it's NASDAQ. Pretty sure it's NASDAQ. Via the 8A registration. Okay, so this is, of course, for the exchanges. So CBOE or whatever it is, that 8A is for that exchange, is filed for that exchange, the exchange that it's on. And the SEC doesn't interject any further once all of these are completed. Francisco, welcome in this morning to the channel. Welcome in, brother. Please tap like, subscribe down below if you don't mind, guys. Don't forget we have our Patreon that has launched as well. Please check that out. It is correct. Now, of course, down in the description box below, and there it is over my head, as most things are. Why is this important for XRP and what to watch moving forward, guys? If this ETF goes live November 13th, it would be among, of course, the first spot, one of the first spot. We have the Rex Osprey ETF. Let's not forget spot ETFs. Tied to ETF, which historically has lagged BTC and Ethereum in the ETF race. Because if the XRP ecosystem, ledger, payments, use cases, etc., all of us, anybody developing, this is a potential institutional entry point. More regulated exposure, of course, means more capital flows, more legitimization, always. But the automatic effectiveness path is, of course, not guaranteed. It's likely, but it's not guaranteed. The SEC still could issue comments, request amendments, or halt the registration entirely if they so choose, which would push the timeline out. Not sure what their criteria, what the reasoning they require in order to do that. But I don't know if they could just do that on a whim. In other words, the SEC could still, of course, pull this or halt the registration, which would push the timeline out. Is all that would do. Middle of November is the target, but not guaranteed. So we're thinking November 13th is our date. No, it's not a misleading thumb. This is all the information we're giving is being given is November 13th. We've got this thing. It's supposedly the NASDAQ. And, oh, well, thank you. Excuse me, guys. Thank you. Well, thank you. My coffee delivery. So it has to approve the 8A filing first, of course. If the delay, then November 13th may slip. So also regulatory windows, example, government staff reload, holiday slowdowns and so forth, because, you know, with the shutdown and everything, are something that we're just going to have to look at. We'll see. Next steps. Key dates to monitor. Filing date of the updated S1, the trigger for the 20-day clock. It's been publicly noted around late October. So NASDAQ's Form 8A approval filing and notice, once that is publicly confirmed, it'll bolster the timeline for us. Any SEC comment letters or stop orders. So if the SEC chooses to intervene, then the template is different from this automatic path, and we'll be waiting just a little bit longer. Now, November 13th, if all goes smoothly, this is our date, live date for trading of this Canary Capital XRP spot ETF. On listing trading days, so let's watch for the ticker announcement, fee structure, redemption creation mechanics, of course, as always with any of these ETFs going live. How the ETF holds or uses XRP, we'll be looking at that closely, its custody and so forth, and initial AUM or assets under management flows, and we'll probably break records like the Rex Osprey ETF did. Technical structural points, guys, especially relevant for XRP in this whole thing. So will this XRP ETF take hold? Guys, tell me in the comments what you think about this these XRP ETF filings. Where do you think we're going with this? Where do you think this sends our price? I mean, we all have our guesses, Do we think this gets us to, for example, a $15, $17, $18 XRP by the end of the year? Will it happen that fast? Will it take till the end of Q1, maybe mid Q1 2026? Will it be Q2 2026, the end of Q2, maybe a couple of quarters worth of capital inflows into these XRP ETFs before XRP's price starts cranking? Don't forget, we suffer from thin liquidity and will for a while. So any money coming in is going to send us nicely. Any big money like that coming in is going to send us up nicely. And why does it matter from a market perspective, by the way, for us guys? The spot XRP ETF means the possibility of institutional capital inflows into XRP. Of course, not just retail crypto investors, which is fine. We drive quite a bit, which could moderately, of course, increase demand and reduce free float over time. And that's the scarcity of anything is what we're looking for. I mean, let's reduce. I don't like a big float. It adds another regulated on-ramp and XRP exposure in a traditional brokerage ETF structure that tends to lower the barrier to entry for certain investors. Okay. It enhances legitimacy for XRP as a serious digital asset, especially when compared to assets without ETF wrappers. So you got Solana, HBAR, Doge, XRP, BTC, Ethereum, all becoming legitimized the world of Wall Street with their ETPs, with their exchange-traded products, futures ETFs, spot ETFs, and the like. Now, look, on the channel, if we're going to be playing with never financial advice on the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. You must consult your registered investment advisor before you buy or sell anything because of what I say or do. Now, look, that RIA, that financial advisor that comes sit down at your kitchen table, tells you what to put into your 401k over there. You go ahead and play this video for them, okay? For he or she. And you let them know. Because then you play this video back in 3 years and you show them, you show them these. And you show them the price of these. And you show them this video that's dated this date, so there's no mistaking what's going on. Okay. Let's not forget our Caleb that we'll check out in just a moment here. You show them over the cryptocurrency market cap being at 3.42 trillion, and you show them the interesting all chart on at least coming back here to 2022, showing it at 900 billion. Now it's at 3.4 trillion. Its growth, yes, it's taken a digger from this point on in recent times, right? From the beginning of October. And that's okay. Because if we come back here and we look at Bitcoin, we see the truth, the simple truth that if somebody back here bought Bitcoin for 27 cents, Geez, even if they bought it for $500, let's say they bought it for $10, $6, $5, $4, $2, $3, 13, 8, 2, 1, 0, 28 cents, 13 cents, 19 cents. Okay, go ahead and buy it for 19 cents. Well, geez, let's say the cost of a Bitcoin, let's say 100K, right? Divided by 19 cents. Wow. Just grabbed 500,000 Bitcoin. So let's see, 526,000 Bitcoin times, where is that at? 109,000 or whatever it is. 109. It means that you'd have 57 trill. Is that right? 57 bill. Yeah, 57 bill you'd have. That's not too bad. That's pretty good money. Yeah, anyway, back to basics here. Guys, if you, let's take a look at XRP. If you look at XRP, even on the month, look at it on the month. Take a look at the all, and just look at this little pocket here from February, right? This year, this whole valley, and now up to 4th of July-ish, where it cranked, and now back down to these valleys again. So retracing hardcore back down to these, and then pumping back up above this, a trend line we can draw, like right here, ascending or descending trend line. So this is where we're going. So if we draw that trend line out, we're up here at, $15, $17 XRP or so. So this is what we're looking at moving forward. Please don't make the mistake of not paying attention. I'm not a financial advisor. Please, you can't buy or sell anything is what I say or do, because crispy crypto is very risky. You can lose your shirts, your socks, your pants, your shoes, everything in crypto. So be very careful. This is never to be taken as financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your best to research the best you can. Please check out Caleb and Brown moving forward. That would be a wise move, we think. This gentleman here, Jim Bazzani, right here, he is going to help you out if you need help over there. Let him know that the tank sent you over there. And please check our videos with Jim. He's a lovely chap, and I really mean that. I'm not being funny. He's the coolest dude. Call him, and he'll shoot it to you straight. So knowledgeable with crypto and the happenings of crypto and the things that I learned from Jim. Amazing, the knowledge base with these guys over there. It's not just Jim. It's all of them over there, over at Caleb. They're an amazing team. Please holler at them and tell them I sent you. And it's as easy as going to the bottom of the website, by the way. The number's right here. 844-944-6515. Or you can tap our Caleb and Brown link down in the description box below and get signed up, because that's a crucial move for your next cryptocurrency cash out. They're a brokerage, unlike some of these other exchanges. For example, let's go ahead and just check out our lovely, which has been very good to me. I love Uphold. They've been very good to me. I don't like to necessarily use them. Why? Because their model is interesting, and you'll find out once you look at the truth. Or you can go to Coinbase. You can go over to Coinbase.com. And you can see what they've got to offer. I like all of them. I use all of them. You can go over to the old Gemini.com. These are places for newcomers where you can go purchase your crypto. You can go to Gemini.com. You can go to FMX. You can go to a number of these exchanges. These are all exchanges right here. Gemini, Coinbase, and Uphold are all exchanges, and you have a limit of 50,000 a day, 100,000 a day on these various platforms, and so on and so forth. On Caleb and Brown, you do not have a limit that you can withdraw per day. You can withdraw $1 million per day if you clear it with your bank and you clear it with Caleb and do your your ahead of time transactions, your kind of like test transactions ahead of time. Okay? That's the difference. That's what folks don't understand. Oh, by the way, when everything cranks and you see either a sea of red right here, like you're seeing now, at least on the 7-day, or you see a sea of green, you're not going to see this one crashed. And we don't. We have not seen this crash. We have seen all of these crash. So when it's super volatile, the crypto market, when it goes very up or very down, meaning you want to do some things with your cryptos, you can't touch these sites or your cryptos. Oh, geez. Could that be a problem? We're going to end the episode, guys. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you have an awesome day today. I've just got too many things to do today. Victor, welcome in. XRP can't work cheap. No, it can't. And if you don't understand, you should be poor. Says Victor. Victor ain't playing no games. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy. I agree 100%, Victor. And Francisco, Victor, welcome. Thanks for chiming into our comments this morning. Everybody, thanks for tuning into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank, this morning. Please don't ever buy these three because of what I say or do. Oh, my gosh, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't you dare ever do that. And by the way, don't you dare ever check our Patreon out and see us like shooting in there at targets and things like this and having a blast and having a sip of something. I can't say certain things because of the algorithm. They like to flag it, and I don't know why. But anyway, please check out all of our goodies we have on the Patreon. Please check Caleb and Brown. Please know I'm not a financial advisor. Please pat yourself on the back, Victor. Hey, Francisco. Please pat yourself on the back. Hey, Marnie. Hey, Luke. Hey, everybody. Two paws, everybody who are all our peeps in here. Tap yourselves on the back. Because crypto's going to crank. And by the way, watch this fill in with when crypto cranks. It's going to be fun. Have a great day today. I love you all. Enjoy it. We'll catch you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Colorado time. Thanks for joining us on Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with the Tanker. See you guys.